Why play Amumu Jungle? Well, he brings insane engage for your team, he can lock down entire teams for years, he scales incredibly well into the late game, and his ultimate is just amazing. However, he is weak in the early game and can be invaded, and he is very mana dependent. Amumu's passive is that his basic attacks and his ultimate apply a curse. This curse makes the target take 10% additional true damage when they take magic damage. Amumu's Q is a straight line skill shot where he throws out his bandage dealing damage, revealing and stunning the first enemy hit before pulling himself to that target. Amumu's W is an ability you can toggle on and off which deals damage to all enemies nearby and refreshes your passive on the targets. Amumu's E firstly has a passive where he takes flat reduced physical damage. The active makes Amumu deal damage in an area around him. However, each time Amumu is hit by an attack, it lowers the cooldown by half a second. This can make taking jungle camps like wolves and raptors incredibly fast. Amumu's ultimate is a large circle which comes out from Amumu, which deals a chunk of damage and stuns all enemies hit for 1.5 seconds. This ability is incredible, especially when mixed with other teamfight abilities like Misfortune's ultimate and Annie's Tibbers. For Masteries, this is a good tanky page, and this works well if you want a bit more damage. For build order, start Red Knife and Refillable before getting Sunfire, Tier 2 Boots and Demonic. Follow this up by getting tank items with these against AD and these against AP. And if you want more utility or damage, a Crystal Scepter and Zhonya's are both great pickups. For skill order, start W then E then Q before maxing E then Q then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Smite. In the early game, you're looking to hard farm to level 6 and then up to your mythic. If your enemy jungler also wants to farm, then no worries. However, many other junglers will want to invade Amumu to slow you down. When farming, try to farm the opposite side of your enemy jungler. You don't want to be near them to fight. However, when doing this, be careful about them vertically farming and ward your opposing side if needed. Always prioritize farming and get into your late game. However, you can gank when it's free. With your double bandage toss, you can actually lock down champions for a long time. Look to walk into the lane and try to have other people land CC to make your bandage tosses even easier, or get close enough to them before throwing them. Remember, your Q stuns the same time regardless of your distance to the target. You bring a ton of CC to these ganks, but not much damage, so make sure your laners can follow you up. Also, when you have ultimate, look to gank a lane as soon as possible. It's an incredibly strong ultimate, so you want to get value out of it early, and also any early takedowns will proc your ultimate hunter. In the mid game, look to gank any lanes that are strong and convert it into objectives. Otherwise, group with your team when your ultimate is up and look to fight for objectives. You bring so much CC and do so well in team fights that as long as your team has damage to back you up, you'll be in a very strong position. Entering the late game, you are incredibly strong, especially in team fights. Your main role will be to protect and peel for your carries. However, you can also be very effective in the engage role. When you engage, if you land a bandage toss into your ultimate stunning their entire team, it can be absolutely game winning. However, I stress this so much, make sure your team can follow up. It's so often I see Amumu's do an incredible engage on their backline, however their team's hard zoned and the engage ultimately fails. Other than this, your W and E take care of damage easily, so just use your bandage toss to lock down important targets. The important targets to hit with your Qs are first and foremost people going for your carries, and then after that aim for their carries.